Alright, hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, my name is Katie. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a mukbang, of course, and as you guys can tell, I have Chipotle here, which I have been dying to eat. I am starving right now. Yeah, so really quick, we have the chips, the queso, which one of my subscribers actually told me about in my first Chipotle video, and then I tried it. It was so good, so I got that again, so shout out to her. I think her name was Brooklyn. I don't know, I'm probably making that up, I don't know. And then I have a burrito. So inside of this burrito here, it has guacamole, white rice, chicken, medium, corn, hot red salsa, sour cream, cheese, and lettuce. So that's what's in here. And then to drink, of course, I have my reusable straw and Coke. So let's honestly just get right into it. We already got our thumbnails, so it's just time to dive in. And guys, today I'm bringing all of you the tea. The storytime tea. I'm already dropping stuff. I did the little pickup order thing. It was sitting there all ready for it to go. Let's take a bite of this juicy burrito and then we'll get into it. I don't have a viewfinder, so when I show you guys stuff, I have no idea what it looks like. So if I look crazy, that's why. This is a bad idea to wear a white shirt. It's just never really a good idea for me to wear a white shirt. And guys, they held it up with the napkins. I was like, okay. Alrighty guys, so my story time today, I don't even know what you would call this. I guess like jealous girlfriend, overprotective girlfriend goes after me story time. I don't even know what I'll call it, but yeah. So this all starts about probably 6 months ago. So I work at a job, a retail store, and basically we were hiring, and the people there let me know, like, if you know anyone that needs a job, like, let them know about it and give them the application. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I let a few people know, and then this guy ends up hearing about it. So he's like, oh, like, he DMs me on Instagram. It's like, oh, I heard the place you work at is hiring. And I'm like, yeah, you want an application? He's like, yeah, sure. So I sent him the link. And just a background story about this guy. We had a class together, and he's cool, you know. We mainly just follow each other on Instagram, like each other's pictures, stuff like that. But he was like just a cool dude. Never really thought anything of him. He was just there, and I'm like, yeah, you're cool. Here's an application. All the times I ever like talked to him and stuff, he was just, you know, he's smart, seeming, has good conversations, just stuff like that. And he's just telling me like, oh, thank you so much. I'm like looking for my first job and it's so hard to find one. And I was just saying that it was nice of me that I sent him one. And I'm like, yeah, no problem. So after that, he ends up getting hired, and he basically just like said thank you to me on Instagram. He's like, I owe you one, you know, yada yada yada. And I don't have these messages anymore. You guys will find out why. So yeah, that happens. And then after that, we basically just talk about regular stuff. Like, you know, like I was like, oh, we should just like get to know each other more. We're gonna work with each other. So I didn't say that exact thing, but I'm like, you know, we talk about where we're from, how we like our school. We went to the same school. Like the weather in Arizona, how hot it is, you know, just typical stuff. Totally nothing weird or bad in any way, shape, or form. So, right around the time that he got the job, he also got a girlfriend. And I think maybe prior to the job, they had been dating for a couple weeks. And I noticed whenever he posted about her, they were already very like in love seeming, and I was like, oh cool, you know. But it'd be like they were dating for like a month or two, and then, you know, they were already saying I love you to each other. And I remember going on her page because I'm like, oh, like I wonder what she looks like. And I go on there and I remember, you know, they keep putting like marriage signs next to each other's names, like whenever they talk about each other. And she's writing about like, oh, you changed me in like the best way possible. And I'm like, girl, he changed you in a month? Like, what? So, you know, it was very serious seeming, and I was like, okay, cool. Like, I thought nothing of it because I didn't think anything about him in that way. And I had a boyfriend, like, I still do. At that time, I had a boyfriend, the same boyfriend for like 3 years, so, you know, I was good. Did not want her mans. So it was just something I noticed, but I'm like, okay, who am I to judge, you know? So, hold on, I wrote notes. Let me make sure I'm not skipping anything. Oops, had to come with receipts. So yeah, long story short, he gets the job. Fast forward a couple months from then. So then, one day, I can remember it pretty vividly. I stayed home from school this day because I was sick. It was like cold outside then. And yeah, I had like the cold or something, and I stayed home from school. And I wasn't going to work that day either because I was sick. So I noticed that this girl follows me on Instagram, and then I find out that it's his girlfriend. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Yeah, she followed me. And I think I might have followed her back. I'm not too sure. But then what I noticed, maybe like a couple of hours later, she likes every single one of my pictures. And I'm just like, oh, that's weird. I'm like, I don't know, maybe she's doing it in like a nice way, like, I don't know.
but she does not say a single thing to me at all. She just likes the pictures, and yeah. So then, this is when it gets juicy, guys. This burrito is juicy too, though. Oh no. Oh my god. No. No, no, no. No. Oh, no you did not, burrito. Quick intermission, guys, while I clean up my pants. Oh my god, I ruin so many clothes every time I eat. I need to start eating in like freaking t-shirts. Oh, it's on my face too. Oh my gosh. Okay, quick intermission, guys. Oh, I can't even reach. Okay, guys, I'm back. Oh, burrito. So then, a couple hours goes by of his girlfriend liking all my pictures. And then I end up taking a nap because I'm sick and, you know, I just don't feel good. Tell me why I wake up and look at my phone and I see that he, the dude, has messaged me on Instagram. I literally thought I was dreaming when I read it. He said something under the lines of, and we'll get to it, why I can't actually read what it really says. Under the lines of, hey Katie, this is blah blah blah. So we can't talk at work anymore, like ever, so just don't talk to me. Something like that, you know? Him basically telling me, I mean, he flat out said it, when we're at work, don't talk to me. Ever. Under no circumstance. I just woke up, so I have to reread it like 10 times. And I'm just reading it like, what? Are you serious? Like, am I daydreaming right now? I was like, no. What? Like, I literally reread it so many times. So, my mom was home with me, and I asked my mom, I'm like, what is this saying? Like, what is he saying? What does this mean? And I showed to her, and she's like, what the heck? Like, what? And I'm like, I know, right? This really came out of nowhere. So I literally just DM'd him back, and I just said, what? With a question mark? And all he said was something like, I don't get, wait, or what do you not get about that? Something like that. And I was just like, what? What? I'm like, first of all, I don't have to do what you say. And second of all, why are you so much so flattering yourself that you think you can tell someone what to do? To literally say, you cannot talk to me. Like, sorry, if you don't want someone to talk to you, then that's your problem and you need to remove yourself from the situation. And mind you, this is the same person that I helped get that job. So I was like baffled. I was like, what? So, I thought, my mom actually told me this, she's like, what if it's the girlfriend on his Instagram saying all this crazy stuff just because she doesn't like want you talking to her boyfriend? And I'm like, oh, maybe you're right, like, maybe. So I'm like, I'll text him on his phone number because I had his number from that job. And then I'll see like what's happening, you know, what's really happening. Now, I still have those receipts, so let me read you what this guy said. Let's get in here. He said, well, so the first thing I said is, this happened October 30th, to be exact. I don't know how much I said. I said it was cold outside, so yeah, I was starting to get cold then. I said, it's been a weird afternoon, but have you been sending me messages on Instagram? You know, just trying to see, like, is this really him? He told me, yes, my girlfriend told me to stop talking to you. She was on one today, and she told me to stop talking to you. She's like very overprotective of me, and it's just, she's insecure and stuff. So yeah. And I'm like, insecure for what? Why does she care about me and you? Like, we literally have nothing together. The only thing is I helped you get this job, and we've had one conversation on Instagram about school, the weather, dumb stuff, you know? I said, the only conversation we had on Instagram was me helping you get a job and me covering a shift for you. Maybe you'd be better off working at a place where you and her feel more comfortable. Then he goes, yeah, honestly, that's gonna have to be my plan. I told her that and that was it, but she still didn't like it. So I'm gonna find a new job and I'm gonna just quit this one. But there ain't no hard feelings on my part. It's all her. And then he said, like, I'm comfortable working there. It's just her being like this. I don't want it to affect y'all. And then I never replied to that because I was like, you're crazy. You're crazy, okay? I was like, I am not responding to any more of this nonsense. And then just wait guys. So, yeah. As you can imagine, it was severely awkward working with him days after that. And everyone told me, don't want to make you feel uncomfortable, you know? That's on him that he made you feel that way, and you shouldn't have to feel any type of way because he made you that way. And I'm like, yeah, you're right, but it is awkward working with someone that literally does not want you to speak to them. Like, when you work with them. Like, what? Yeah, I think it was like the day after it happened, there was this big sale at my job. And right when I was coming in to go to work, he was leaving. And I literally said hi to him and he said nothing to me. He just looked at me. I was like, oh, that's really how it's gonna be. And mind you, the whole time, this person at my job was not a very well-liked person. He was just a character, to say the least. So his no talking thing, when we would close the store together and we would leave, I would, you know, lock the door behind us. He would literally speed walk to the curb to not say hi to me, and it'd be hilarious because he didn't have a car, so he would just like walk really fast to the curb to not say bye to me, and I would just walk past him like, okay, like, really? You don't even have anywhere to go and you're speed walking to what? The street? He was waiting for his ride, which is fine, but like, why did you be so rude? You would have thought this girl had freaking Camera's watching him at all times. So basically, it continues to go on. He continues to be rude to me. He continues to ignore me. When we did talk, he would just be very like monotone, doesn't care, doesn't want to be talking. So I'm like, whatever, is what it is. I basically was just waiting for him to get a new job like he said he was, and that never happened. I mean, I did eventually, but nowhere near being soon to leaving. And it was just a joke to me and a bunch of other people. Like, oh my god, she has a bug on him. She placed a camera in here. She's watching us. So yeah, it was just kind of a joke after a while because it was a joke. Like, really, how are you going? It's just so unprofessional. Like, really. So time passes, and basically he blocks me on Instagram, and that's after me not even talking to him. I'm like, whatever. Oh, that chip went down the wrong pipe. He blocks me on Instagram, blocks me on texting. You know, I'm like, whatever. And then out of nowhere, he unblocks me on texting and then asks if I can cover his shift. I'm like, no, sorry, I'm busy. I actually really was busy that day, but I'm just like, really? That you're gonna do that? You're gonna block me and then unblock me and ask if I can cover your shift? So, prom rolls around, and I saw him there by himself. I was like, I wonder where his girlfriend that he's madly in love is, where she's at, because she didn't go to our school. Oh. No. I'm like, wonder where she's at. Then, when I come back to work, there's rumors that he's not with that girl anymore. So, me being the nosy person that I am, I pretend like I didn't see him at prom, and I'm like, oh, how was, did you and your girlfriend have fun at prom? And then he, you know, basically just tells me they didn't go to prom together. They didn't go to prom together, and that basically he broke up with her. And I'm like, oh, really? What a shock. I'm just like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Like, that really sucks. Basically, he just tells me what had happened was she was too controlling. We all saw that coming. He said that it just got to a point where one day he was just done with it. Didn't want to deal with that anymore. But what I found shocking was this girl was so paranoid. I don't know what. I don't know if he said something to her about me to make her feel this way. I don't know. But she made these things up in her head and would tell him, like, every time he went into work early, it was because he wanted to see me and talk to me. And whenever we closed together and stayed late to clean up and everything, it's because he told me that she thought we were like kissing in the back. I'm like, what? Like, that's literally insane to make up that much of a story in your head of something that is so far from the truth. Like, no, if he came in early, it's because we needed more people. If he stayed late, it's because there was a lot to clean up. I'm like, this girl is literally insane. Like, no bueno. And it's like, I remember whenever he did work there, he was always trying to get on his phone, like constantly. So apparently she would get mad if he didn't text back in a certain amount of time, knowing he was at work. She would get mad when he worked on the weekends because that was their time together. I'm like, what? But you know, although, yeah, she's a crazy person, it's his fault too, because why would you stay with someone like that? No one forced you to. Like, as soon as someone's telling me I'm staying late because I'm making out with someone in the back room, that's when I'm like, okay, you're a little nutsos. So he's telling me this stuff, and I'm literally just bad. Guys, the camera just turned off. I hope it wasn't like doing all that when I was talking, but whatever. So yeah, I was like, no way. I'm like, are you serious? And he was saying it just came to the point where it made him really sad to be with someone like that. And he felt so controlled. And yada yada yada. So yeah, and then he broke up with her. And that was his last day. It's when he told me all that stuff. When he told me all that stuff about her. But I was still annoyed at him because I'm like, well, it's not like, you know, you had to say any of that stuff to me, or you actually had to be a jerk to me and we worked together, you know? Like, it's kind of just as much you as it was her, because you didn't have to be like that towards me. Which is so childish though. I'm like that is literally so childish. Like, to say you can't work with girls. Oh, that was the other thing. The people I work with, they're all girls, and she would be mad that he worked with all only girls. It's like, if you really love someone, then you should trust that they're not gonna do anything bad like that, you know? It's fine to maybe have your like suspicions about someone, but to literally go as far as making made up stories in your head about what they do when they open or close the store is like insane. So yeah, that was my little story time of the tea. The tea that went down at my job. And why I don't want to work with people I know. Like, no, personally, you know? Some girls are crazy. After that though, after he told me about his girlfriend, I'm like, oh my god, like, there really is some crazy freaking people out there. Well, that's just a lot to assume. But in my head, I always thought he probably told her something about me to make her think that way. Oh, you know how she found out about me? And it's because he liked my Instagram pictures. And I guess she would go through his likes of people whose pictures he's liked. And she would like, I don't even know, watch them on Instagram, you know? See what they're up to. So that's how she found out about me. And she also threw his DMs and we were talking. And she took that the totally wrong way. I'm like, literally we were talking about nothing. Nothing serious. But yeah, I guess she took that the wrong way. I'm like, okay. Okay, girl. Calm down. It's not that serious. Some of you guys probably know someone who's been in a relationship like that. Or maybe you're in a relationship like that. It sounds exhausting. I would not be good with someone like that because, for one, I'm gone on like hours on end. Like, I just forget to text people back sometimes. I just like my space, you know? I would not be good for me. And I'd be like, no. I just don't get why he stayed with her for, I mean, I think they were together for maybe like 6 months or so. I'm like, oh no. I kind of understand though, like, if you just constantly give someone a chance and you're like, okay, they're gonna get better, they're gonna get better, they say they are. But I just could not. But he's out of the relationship, he's living his best life. But on another note, guys, I'm really stuffed. But still, let's take another bite. It looks very unappetizing probably, but but it's gonna be my last bite. Okay guys, I am officially stuffed. I was stuffed like 10 bites ago, but it is what it is. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and enjoyed the little story time that I have going on. Let me know if you guys like story times or like, you know, when I talk more in videos. Just let me know. Alright, so that'll be it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and like always, I will see you in the next video. Bye!